pitching staff only gave up 1 walk, and I imagine those 2 stats really typify the kind of weekend you guys play.
Yeah, I thought we played actually very well all weekend for an opening weekend. I think the 2 biggest things you want to have an opening weekend is, 1 is, can you play the game how you want it, you compete, and how we compete, and 2, you play fundamentally sound. I know you always want to do that, but especially your opening weekend, you hope that the kids are prepared, they feel good, and I think we did. You just alluded to it. We only walked 1 guy all weekend and made, I think, 1 or 2 errors. So, obviously we swung the bat. So overall, I thought it was an outstanding opening weekend.
You did very well in these non-conference midweek games last year. Do you think there's something to that? Was it just sort of a fluke, just sort of the kind of team you had, or is there something that you kind of prepare these guys for in the midweek that makes them successful?
I think it's probably a combination. You're right. We played very well in the midweek. Our midweek opponents are outstanding. And obviously we're facing outstanding clubs tonight, and there were 3 great ball games against them. But I think it's twofold. I think number 1, we try to get our guys prepared and ready to play, every single night, no matter who we're playing. And and the second thing is, I think we had a great ball club last year. I think our wins at the end of the year, instead of being we're in that 33 range, instead of being in that 39, 40, 41 range, just 6, 7, 8 wins, probably need a little bit more depth on the pitching staff. So I think this year, we got more depth on the pitching staff, and everybody knows how good our offense is.
What do you like about playing this Bethune Cookman team? Obviously, you played them 3 times last year. You've scheduled them every year. What's good about this program and getting them on the schedule?
Well, I tell you, you're right. UCF hadn't played Bethune in a long time, and that's one of the first things I did was call up Coach Melendez and make sure we could play. And I got a tremendous amount of respect for these guys. Coach Melendez is a friend of mine from my days when I was assistant coach at Stetson. They play the game hard. They play the game very similar to us, to be honest with you. They play a lot of energy. They play hard. They play the game right. They do an outstanding job. So these are always, this year will be 2 outstanding games.
Their lineup, I think it's similar to Siena. They've got a couple guys that are top national hitters, some of the best in the country here.
Well, there's no question. Again, this is an outstanding program. They've had a lot of great players here throughout the years. And you're right, they've got a veteran team. I think Coach Melendez would tell you, especially from a position player standpoint, kind of really similar to us, to be quite honest with you. So, but you're right, their middle lineup's very good. Obviously, O'Brien's an All-American type candidate type player. So, but they've got a very balanced lineup. We're going to play at our best to win tonight.
What are your opinion? A lot of scouts in attendance today. Obviously, seeing some guys in Bethune. Probably going to check out some of the UCF guys. How good is that exposure? And just talking about kind of the scouting process in college overall.
Well, there's no question. I think it's I think they're here to look at both teams. Obviously, we have at UCF, we've got an outstanding group of draft eligible sophomores, juniors, and seniors. And at the end of the year, I think we're going to have a lot of kids that'll have an opportunity to play professional baseball. So I think it's twofold. I think they're certainly looking at both 2 very quality ball clubs. And it is an important part. Listen, when kids come to school here, I want their goal and aspiration to be to play in the major leagues and play a professional baseball contract. And that's what they should go for individually. Obviously, collectively as a team, we're trying to win a championship and get to the postseason, which is what we plan on doing this year. But individually, I think it's great. You play in these types of environments in front of scouts this weekend, not to get ahead of ourselves, but obviously we're going to South Valley, playing a regional type setting. So I think it's awesome for the kids and a great opportunity.
Brian Atkins, you started in that last game of the season last year against Tulane because you had that confidence, that faith in him. Just talk about him getting the ball today, what his development has been over the offseason, and what we expect from him.
Well, I tell you, I think Brian Atkins is a better pitcher than he was last year. I think a big part of it is because of his development and the games that I would say the experience that Brian got last year. All you have to do is look back and see all the games he pitched. Miami, Florida, Bethune, South Florida, and obviously he started the last game of the year last year. Brian had probably one of the top 2 falls of any of our pitchers on the entire program this fall. His preseason, he was a little bit inconsistent, to be honest with you. And obviously a couple of the other kids, jumped him as far as weekend rotations as of now. But I expect Brian to go out there and do a great job. He's an outstanding pitcher. The key to Brian's success, he needs to stay down some with his fastball tonight. He's not an overpowering guy, but Brian's going to start. But I've already predetermined that we're going to do a lot of different pitches.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck today.
Thanks.